Hey guys, RTT back here for that video. Guys, this is coming in from Sir of MS Power User, and we have another patent from Samsung, and this patent is for another foldable phone. And of course, we've already said that yes, this next year Samsung is going to own 84% of the foldable phone market. And they've already created the Z Flip 3, the Z Fold 3 right here. Samsung is looking to make a next step forward. So, while yes, they issued a patent earlier, this year, for a clamshell Surface Duo type of foldable phone, they have now went ahead and in May of this year issued another patent, which is a dual sliding phone. Samsung is truly trying to break every single type of mold when it comes to foldable phones. Guys, the reason why the Galaxy Note series was canceled and discontinued is because of this stuff right here. The Z Fold series was so successful with the Flip 3 and the Fold 3 that this is what they went ahead and did. They took all those, resources and time spent and money spent going ahead and trying to perfect a Note. And instead they said, you know what? We're making more money and we could charge more money for a Flip, a Fold, a clamshell type of look. And I say clamshell, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, literally the Duo 2, but for Samsung edition. And now we have this bad boy right here, which is a tri or dual sliding phone. So this is based on your preference. So instead of it being that you open up the phone, you simply slide the phone out. Now, this is not an original idea. Keep this in mind. There are companies who have already created this exact same concept, but for sliding the phone from, stationary to sliding the phone right. There has never been a company who slid the phone upward. There has been companies that have cameras that will go ahead and slide upwards off the phone, but there has never been a phone that actually slides the screen upwards. So obviously, Samsung, the sliding to the right, they couldn't get the patent for, but they can get the patent for sliding up and to the right. So this is just, Samsung is doing it. I swear. And I mean, it's funny because I talk about all the foldable phones on the market on this channel, right? We covered the Oppo's phone. We also covered Huawei's phone. We cover every single new technology possible on this channel. And it's like every single time I'm like, okay, yeah, this phone's cool. This phone's cool. And then Samsung just blows my mind with all the technology they create. It's amazing. So here is the rundown of the actual phone. First off, you can either have the phone like a regular candy bar cell phone, normal, no issue at all. Then, through a push of a button, you can slide the display upward and make the display even taller than it already is. So you can make a 6.7-inch display turn into like a 10.3-inch display vertically wise. If you don't want to do that, no big deal at all. Just go ahead and slide the screen to the right, and now you can have what would be a foldable phone. This phone right here, when you open it up, you'd have the same concept, but with this phone. And the beautiful thing is, this is not foldable glass. This is sliding glass out. So I don't think this would be a plastic display. I think this would literally be could be a complete Gorilla Glass Victus type display. Samsung, you guys are crazy. And then you guys can see it on the image right there. In the second image, it looks like you can actually have them both out at the same time. So it's going to be a little bit of a gap in the right-hand corner, but you can have the whole entire phone completely out where you have a, let's say, for example, like this size display. But imagine this size display right here, but then also you have a display that goes up here, right? And again, keep in mind, this is probably not going to be foldable glass, so it's not going to be, not durable at all. So this is Samsung's way of saying, listen, we understand that people are upset about the foldable glass and how it has creases in it. It has plastic issues. And then they're saying, you know what? We're going to fix that issue. We're going to take that issue and we're going to make it better. We're going to fix what you guys don't like. And we're going to sell that product too. And then the Surface Duo 2 version, I guess you could say, we looked at the patent before for that. And that patent looked freaking amazing. So it looks exactly like Surface Duo 2, except there's an outer display. So it's like Samsung said, you know what? Everyone is upset that the Surface Duo 2 doesn't have an outer display. So we're going to give you an outer display in the Surface Duo 2. We're going to take away the hinge, and we're going to give you a complete foldable glass design in the Surface Duo 2. That's pretty much what Samsung is doing next year too. We have that patent, we have this patent, and we also know we're getting a Z Fold 4. Guys, I'm really starting to think, and this is just speculation right now, and we'll look at the second image on the screen right here too, just to take a look at this one too. I'm really starting to think that Samsung is going to release 3 different foldable phones next year. With all these patents they're issuing, again, this patent was issued May of this year, right? Keep in mind, they issue a patent, it has to go through the process, get accepted, and then they have to start the technology and work on the technology for the product, right? So it takes a year for them to actually create this product. So that's why it would come out in 2022, not 2021. Even though, yes, they did get the patent approved, it doesn't matter. They still got to spend a year in perfecting it, right? So, and also keep in mind, side note here, all this stuff will be first generation. Keep that in mind. The Galaxy Z Fold 1 was a complete failure when it was first generation. But they have a lot of information from the Z Fold 3, Z Fold 2, Z Flip 1 and 2, and 3 to go off of to make sure they perfect it. But it's just like, I feel like every single time there is any competition, right, in the foldable phone market. I mean, you got Microsoft, Huawei, Oppo's. Samsung just says, wow, you guys are doing your best to try. Let me go ahead and just destroy it. I said before, they're a monopoly, and I'm going to stand behind the fact they're a monopoly, because I know I got the comment, someone saying, oh, they're not a monopoly, but they sell to other different. No. They control the market. They can sell to other different companies and, sell like their screens or their products, but they still control at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, all those profits these companies are making all goes back to Samsung. So if they say, hey, Microsoft, we're going to sell you, 6 million units of screens so you can make your Surface Duo 2, they're making a profit. And they probably also work out contracts so that they can get proceeds, or they can get a part of those percentages of the sales. It's truly, truly amazing. And this is what it looks like when it is closed. We have a camera on the back right-hand corner, a camera on the front right-hand corner. And the reason why that is the case is if you look at the first image is because of the fact of how the front display actually goes up. They need to have that camera right around that corner. So that's the reason why, by the way. And then obviously, it based on this image, right? Based on what we're seeing right now, it looks like it wouldn't have a good camera, though. I mean, it would not have a bad camera, but it wouldn't have a triple camera setup we see on the Surface Duo 2 or a triple camera setup we see on the Z Fold 3. Now, to be honest, I don't know how many people would truly care about that. I know, with obviously the Surface Duo 1, there was a huge fuss. Everyone got upset because of the no camera on that phone. But there's also a huge market, trust me, I've seen you guys comment, that loves the Surface Duo 1. Absolutely adores it, and the camera is not a big deal for them. They say, hey, listen, I'd rather have a flush back than have this camera bump. So I don't know. I think Samsung could get away with it. I really truly believe they think they probably get away with not having a camera bump or not having a camera really at all. I mean, they can put a pretty decent camera in that little corner right there. They can put, like, let's say, 12 megapixel camera, 13 megapixel camera, get the software to work correctly. You don't really need to have a big camera bump with a triple camera setup. I know it wouldn't hit the flagship market, but this phone right here is not a flagship phone. Like, yes, the Z Fold 3 has somewhat become a flagship phone, but I think Samsung might be kind of realizing the aspect of, let's just not go for flagship phone. Let's just make the best products possible. Let's just take over the market. Let's just control the market and monitor this market, and everyone goes through us. And that's when I'm starting to kind of think with Samsung. But again, like I said, we have to wait and see. This is just me talking about it because, again, I want to show you guys whenever there's new technology, new news, information. You guys already know we're going to deliver it on the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.